Well, today is Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. Here I am again, Grand Central Terminal. Seems I can't get away from this place. Well, why would I want to in my right mind? It's a great place. Ever since the Long Island Railroad started coming here, it seems like I'm coming here more often. I knew that would happen. But today I'm going to be riding Metro North up to Ardsley. It's a cloudy but mild day. Spend a few hours rail fanning Amtrak and Metro North and get a couple of rounds of the Ghost Engineer. I'm sure you are aware. If you're not aware, I'll make you aware of this. Metro North and Long Island Railroad have what is called a combo ticket. You can travel between Long Island Railroad points and Metro North points and vice versa for a discounted fare, which is $8 more than the regular one-way fare on your first sector. But in this case, going to Ardsley, it really works out better to buy two separate tickets. It's cheaper to buy two separate senior tickets on those sectors from Lindenhurst to Grand Central to Ardsley than it is to get a through combo ticket, especially with the senior discount. But it's a good deal if you're taking a longer trip like to Poughkeepsie or Wassac or New Haven. Just got off train 739 at Ardsley-in-Hudson on the Hudson line. This train is bound for Croton Harmon. Believe it or not, the Hudson River is back there. It's kind of a cloudy, gloomy day. The river is blending in with the gray sky, so it almost looks invisible. Grand Central bound at 3:43. That was train 768, Croton Harmon to Grand Central. Doesn't stop here. This Ardsley station was built back in the mid-1880s, and Ardsley is probably one of the more prettier stations you'll find on the Hudson line, this portion of it. Very gloomy day here, but mild and seemingly rain-free for the rest of the day. It's almost 60 degrees right now. Very pleasant. Had to come up here today. Well, 3:50, approaching now is train 839 on Metro North en route from Grand Central to Poughkeepsie. When approaching a platform, they sound their horn. And right away, 3:52, approaching is Amtrak 233, en route from Penn Station, New York to Albany, Rensselaer. Running up track number 1. I can see why this station is so popular with rail fans. Nice scenic vista alongside the river. Nice old architecture. Tracks are right on the Hudson. They call it Ardsley on the Hudson, and I emphasize the word on. And you got a nice sweeping S curve through here. Just a beautiful spot. Got equipment heading towards Grand Central from Croton Harmon. 403, here comes 870, Poughkeepsie to Grand Central. So many great photo angles here. There's not a breath of air stirring at all. You can hear the sound carrying for quite a distance. Well, at 408, approaching is Metro North local to Croton Harmon from Grand Central, train 741. M7A equipment. You'll get to hear that unrestricted S2M horn as he blows for the station platform. Much louder than the Long Island's M7s, which sound like they have a sock stuffed in them. .412, here comes Amtrak 49, the Lakeshore Limited, en route from New York to Chicago. Now, Hudson River boat traffic, for the most part, is barge traffic, but every now and then you see a large vessel going through, such as this. Looks like it's the Yasa Mimosa. In this mist and fog, it almost looks like the Flying Dutchman. Oh, here comes 770, Croton Harmon to Grand Central at 417. I think those M7As will beat the Yasa Mimosa to Dobbs Ferry. And chasing that train on track number 2 should be an equipment train out of Croton Harmon for Grand Central. Push-pull set. Genesis 203 looks very battle-tested. Amtrak Joe, yay! He snuck up on me. That was equipment train 2772, which brings diesel equipment down from Croton Harmon to Grand Central with the ghost engineer. Well, looking north, we can see the remnant of an old New York Central signal bridge there. Waiting for train 772 from Croton Harmon to Grand Central at 4:42. Shortly, he'll be meeting 745, local for Croton Harmon. He's in Dobbs Ferry right now. Well, here comes 745. It's been an M7A show so far as the MUs go. Hopefully I'll see some M3s. Okay, approaching now at 4:52 is train 843 from Grand Central to Poughkeepsie. He'll have one of the New Haven Heritage units on it, 229 engine number. You heard me needling Ghost Engineer a little bit. We're always insulting one another in some way, good-naturedly. Always good to see those engines. Hopefully they'll paint some engines in a New York Central scheme, a Penn Central scheme, and a Conrail scheme. I'd hang around Metro North an awful lot if they did that. Here comes Amtrak 290, the Ethan Allen Express from Burlington, Vermont to Penn Station. Fairly new service from Burlington, Vermont that started in the fall last year. On April 3rd, the Adirondack is coming back between New York and Montreal. Next up at 5:05 is train 874, Poughkeepsie to Grand Central. Oh, we got a little race here. Approaching is Amtrak's, I believe this is train 237, New York to Albany Rensselaer. Metro North 447 is right behind them. At 5:08. Well, here comes train 747, Croton Harmon local. Approaching the station. Well, coming in at 5:14 is train 749 from Grand Central to Croton Harmon. Those two trains run pretty close together. It's been an M7A show. Here comes 774, a local for Grand Central, arriving at 5:17. I think from here on I'll concentrate pretty much on the locomotive powertrains or any M3As that come by. Okay, at 5:21, chugging up the river is train 847 en route from Grand Central to Poughkeepsie. The meat of the rush hour is beginning now. You'll see a fleet of Poughkeepsie trains. Okay, 5:37, here comes 876, Poughkeepsie Grand Central. Approaching at 5:40 is train 753, Grand Central to Croton Harmon. He should be passed up here by one of the hottest trains on Metro North, train 849 from Grand Central to Poughkeepsie, non-stop from Harlem 125 to Beacon, 54 miles. Here he comes. This train means business, but there's one even faster than that later. He's got one of the longest non-stop runs on Metro North, but not the longest. Well, at 5:45, approaching his train 851 en route from Grand Central to Poughkeepsie. He's pretty close to 849 until he gets to Croton Harmon, then he makes all local stops to Poughkeepsie. Get an interesting perspective of 776 departing for Grand Central here. Here comes 878, Poughkeepsie Grand Central at 6:07. Okay, next up at 6:08 is the hottest train on Metro North. Train 853, Grand Central to Poughkeepsie, goes non-stop from Grand Central to Beacon, 58 miles. He was late leaving Grand Central, 8:55 left ahead of him, but he caught up just beyond Spite and Dival. This train really means business. Approaching now is a high-step and M7A set, train 759, non-stop, 125 to Tarrytown. And he passed Amtrak 48, the Lakeshore Limited from Chicago to Penn Station, New York. Oh, here comes train 855, Grand Central to Poughkeepsie. He'll have a New Haven Heritage unit on him. This train actually left ahead of 853, but was run around just beyond Spite and Dival. Hear that? That's a train on the CSX River line across the river and beyond those hills. Man, the sound is really carrying well. I take that back. This is Amtrak 239 for Albany Rensselaer. And you can hear that CSX freight still. It sounds like a southbound. Well, here's 244 from Albany Rensselaer to Penn Station, New York. Chasing a local. I guess he can't run on any other tracks with the rush hour traffic coming out. By at 6:23. Nice evening here. No wind. About 60 degrees. It's nice to have these long days now. Well, here comes train 857 from Poughkeepsie at 6:26. Listen. That faraway CSX train, another southbound. It's not very common to be able to hear train horns on the CSX River line from here, because normally the river creates quite a bit of wind, but there is absolutely no wind right now. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sound. It sounds like a GEVO horn. That kind of stuff could put you to sleep if you have insomnia. That relaxing sound. Believe it or not, I can actually hear both of those CSX freights blowing for crossings. The other one is further south, but I can still hear them on occasion. Approaching is 880, Poughkeepsie to Grand Central at 6:42. Approaching at 6:46 is the last of the Poughkeepsie Super Expresses, 863. Runs non-stop from Harlem 125 to Beacon and then all stops. New York-bound equipment there. 4 minutes behind him should be 865 to Poughkeepsie. .863 and 865 run pretty close together as far as Croton-Harmon. Then 863 starts to pull away because he doesn't stop till he gets to Beacon. But 865 makes Croton-Harmon and everything after that. Next up is 865 with the Ghost Engineer. Well, he's always kidding me about my horn mania, but He was blowing that horn pretty hard tonight. Ugh. Well, it was good to see the ghost engineer a couple of times today. I mean, I didn't have anything else to do today, so I figured I'd come down and say hello. Well, it's 6:53. Here comes train 767. This is a Croton Harmon Express. He runs nonstop from Grand Central to Tarrytown. 7:59 before it did the same thing. No Harlem 125 on that guy. He's got M3s. Croton Harmon local at 7 o'clock. When it rains, it pours. Here come the M3s. Conductor Paul could only be here now. Time is 7:06 p.m. Catch train 882 en route from Poughkeepsie to Grand Central.